Do your job.
Anton Skoro with Fight Hub TV, and I am standing next to the one, the only Captain America, Randy Couture. How you doing tonight, Randy?
Man, how are you?
Doing fabulous. I want to talk to you a little bit about why everybody's out here tonight. I think it's an important cause, and I think you're probably one of the biggest stars in MMA that supports, the soldiers and the troops as well as you do.
Thanks. You know, I spent 6 years in the Army from 19 to 25 years old, and it was a pretty formative time for me, and obviously in a different place in my life now, and get the chance to meet a lot of those guys, work with a lot of those. We've done several Fight for the Troops with the UFC, gone to Iraq, you know, me and Rich Franklin, and hung out with a bunch of the guys. I've been to the hospitals in the DC area, and met a bunch of the wounded guys, and I don't know how you can meet those guys and not be touched and moved by their patriotism and the sacrifices they made. And I wanted to find some way to give back to those guys, to do something for those guys. But we have a small foundation we've been running for about 3 years now. Raised a couple $100,000 through benefits like this, through, you know, tomorrow's motorcycle ride, the party tonight, and we're in a unique position to be able to write those checks and put them right in soldiers' hands. So it's been a great thing.
I love it, man, and like I said, Randy, I just think you do a wonderful job of it. You know, I mean, it's something that you guys have done for a while. You also do the paintball thing every year. I love what you guys do for the troops. You know, I'm ex-military myself, 13 Foxtrot, 4 Reserve for the artillery. So, Randy, I want to talk to you real quick, too, about your fight. I know everybody's been asking you about this. Talk to me about going out on this note, because for me, it's too soon, too early. You know, this is one loss out of the last 4. And for me, I still want to see Fedor. I mean, is there any drive in you to still come back if a fight like that were to be offered?
No, I really, you know, I think it's about going out on my terms, and still as healthy as I've ever been. But I don't want to wait till I sustain an injury, till I got some doctor telling me I need to find something else to do, till I've lost a couple fights and everybody's chattering about me. I don't want to wait till then. I want to go out now when things are hot. I got a lot of things going on anyway. It just kind of was important to me to go out on my terms, and so that's really what it was all about. Win, lose, or draw, I made the decision this was going to be the last one. I thought about it at the James Toney camp, and then they offered me Lyoto, and it's a fight I've wanted for a long time. It turned into a huge stadium thing, which I didn't anticipate, which was just the icing on the cake. It made it all the better time to go out.
Absolutely, nothing better than Captain America going out in front of 55,000 plus people. I want to know this, Randy, and I know David talked to you a little bit about this too, but how much do you think Steven Seagal really had to do with Lyoto and the training of that kick?
Gosh, you know, I have no idea. I'm not part of their camp. I've never worked out with Steven or know any of that stuff. So, I mean, both him and, you know, Anderson Silva made those comments after their fights, and those were both fairly unique kicks. I've not seen anybody pull those off. I couldn't tell you that. I don't think kicking is a huge part of the style of Aikido, which is what Steven is known for, so I really can't say. I can't answer that question.
Absolutely. Randy, before I let you go, I've got to ask you about your son, Ryan Couture, definitely becoming quite the name for himself in this sport as well. I want to know, though, as a father, I mean, it's got to be tough to sit on the outside of the cage and watch your son fight and not be able to do anything. Do you have kind of some hard emotions to deal with when you watch Ryan fight?
You know, it's no different than any of the guys I train with. When I'm sitting on the outside of the cage, you know, seeing things and trying to, you know, want them to be successful, it's a nerve-wracking thing. It's no different with Ryan, and I see him train. I know how well prepared he is. I know his approach to the sport, it's spot on. So I don't worry about him. I've been doing this a long time, never seen a serious injury, nothing that didn't heal in a little while. So I don't worry about him at all. It's not that kind of emotions at all. But you want him to be successful. You want him to achieve what he set out to achieve. And you know, I realize it's not always going to go that way. So, you know, he's doing a great job. I'm happy to be there.
Well, Randy, definitely wish you the best of luck with everything, and thanks a ton for giving us some time tonight.
Yeah, man. Thanks for being here.